Percy and the Christmas Tree. It was the day before Christmas Eve. There were to be no trains on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, so Thomas and his friends were looking forward to a nice long rest in the sheds. It had been cold and misty all day. Now it was beginning to get dark, and Percy, who was standing at the platform at Farquhar, heard a bell ringing. It stopped, and a little later, the stationmaster came and spoke to Percy's driver. "You know the plantation at Hackenbeck?" he asked. The driver nodded. "The plantation truck has broken down. They had just loaded it with Christmas trees for Tidmouth Market tomorrow. One of the axles is broken, and they can't fix it in time." The driver scratched his head, thinking, "What do you suggest, then? That Percy takes some freight cars for the stranded trees and then goes on to Tidmouth with them?" "Bother!" wheezed Percy. "I was looking forward to resting in my nice warm shed." "I'm sorry, Percy," said the stationmaster, "but think of the children who might not get a Christmas tree tomorrow if we don't help." Percy knew he was right, and went to find some empty freight cars and a conductor's van to help load the trees. It was dark when they set off. And because the last train of the day had run, the lights at Hackenbeck Halt had been put out. Flashlights by the line side showed them where the men from the plantation were waiting for them. They had unloaded the trees onto a small hand barrow and pushed them, a dozen at a time, to a place where they could be loaded into Percy's waiting freight cars. "Thank goodness you've come," said the foreman. "You've saved our bacon, you have, and no mistake." The men loaded the trees as quickly as they could. But it was very cold, and Percy shivered as he waited. At last, they were ready, and Percy was able to puff away down the valley with his freight cars full of Christmas trees. He clattered importantly through the junction under clear signals, and soon reached the yard at Tidmouth. As the men unloaded the trees, the foreman came to see Percy. He was carrying a splendid Christmas tree under his arms. "The lads and I thought you might like to have this tree in your shed over Christmas, Percy." "Oh, yes, please, sir," said Percy excitedly. "Thank you very much." "I don't know what we would have done without your help tonight, and I'll write to Sir Topham Hatt to say thank you for all your hard work. A very Merry Christmas to all of you." Percy puffed home that night feeling very proud. He had missed his nice warm shed, but it had felt good to help out.